Well, it's raining. It's a really light rain. Heavier than yesterday, though. Yeah, they're all out there. Well, we could have used the rain anyway. Yeah. Grass cutting around here will have to be put on hold. Oh, good day to relax inside the house. Another excuse. What's that behind me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Quit rubbing on me. In my back door. What? I already fed the kittens. You can go eat there too. Well, I guess I'll go back inside the house. Can't do nothing outside today. I moved the feeding area because I had to get the lawnmower out yesterday. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. The kitten's getting something to eat. Yeah, I'm sitting on my lawnmower just to have some place to sit. Mama cat's on the car. That's it. You gonna come up here to me? Yeah, probably. No, she went over here. I think I got some oil there in that blue jug. I'll use that for my oil can, because I don't know what kind of oil it is. Well, guess they're getting something to eat. And also catching birds. I think that one there caught a bird yesterday. I think that's the one. Yeah, lemongrass is popping up, but so is the weeds. I gotta get ahead of that weeds. I got some old what's it called now? Grass clippings from 2024 when the cattle were, these cattle were, or the three Highlanders were up or down at the big pasture to get bred by the bull. I had to cut this all with the lawnmower because there's no cattle here to use it. And I didn't mow the bottom down there, but I mowed everything around here, around the house. And I saved it. Now I can use it for the grass for the garden. I'd have to pull the weeds out first, though. I'll get around to that one of these days. But today I'm just watching the rain. Yeah. But I got the other grass cut yesterday, though. I'm glad I got that done. Down at the big pasture. Okay. I'll see what happens the rest of today. So it's probably around 9 a.m. right now. Yeah. So it's a good excuse to relax. Of course, I don't need too many excuses for that. Yeah, but this is a good one. Rain. Yeah, I'm gonna wash that disc off one of these days so I can just to clean the mud off of it, or the dirt. Yeah, nothing to do today. Hang around the house. Oh, I let the cattle open the gates up and close that one so I could let the cattle in here. Let them eat all this, or as much as they can or want, before I decide to mow it. But I don't know if they've been in here or not. I can't tell. But they're in the bottom now. I also opened the gate behind the house. Yeah, so they can go in there around the garden. Yeah, I'll leave them. Yeah, I'll let them live this for a few days until I get ready to cut it. I want to give them another chance to eat whatever they want here before. I cut all these high spots off, like over there, those weeds. Hey, bird. Mockingbird. Okay, back in the house. Enough to have the dusk to dawn light come on. There, too. No cattle up here today. It's not hot enough to soak in the pond. They're down in the bottom eating. Just add more water to the pond. As far back as I can go. No problem. Last week I dried some of these mulberry leaves and I packaged them into 4 containers. I think it was 4. And trying to get them in, smashing all these leaves into this container, they got them all crushed anyway. So I think I'm going to pre-crush them. I'm going to crush them. If they'll crush. See? They're not very dry enough to crush, but I'm going to crush them as much as I can. You know, I'll dry them next time the sun comes out. Yeah, they're still a little green. I can feel it. They're not crumbly dry. I need. I like them when they crumble into smaller. Yeah, yeah. But I'm going to crush them as much as I can. And then I'll send them out to dry again. Let's see what I can do with my hands. I can crush them some more, but they're not dry enough. Yeah, I'll set them out in the sun. I think when I get this box here smashed like that one, I'm going to combine them into one box. Yeah, and I'll sun dry them again when the sun comes out. Yeah, let's combine them into one box. Well, I'll spread them out so they dry better. Yeah, I've got to set them in the sun one more time before I can package them. Well, I separated the more crushed leaves from the leaves that weren't as crushed. Yeah, I'll dry them separately. I'll crush them again once they're drier. I'll crush them all again once they're drier. Yeah, I think they'll be easier to pack too once they're dry, crushed up. Easier to put in the pot for the tea also. I always strain the tea to get the big stuff out. There's always some sediment that falls to the bottom of the jug, but that's okay. I can strain that out too later. I got different size strainers. I put them this way, they fit better. Yeah, whenever the sun comes out and it's hot, I'll put these back out to dry some more, both of them. Cats are hiding in their little hut I made for the mama cat during the winter time, and I just never took it down. They like to hang in there. Warm up today. I thought it was supposed to be like in the 80s. The day's not over yet. If the sun comes out, it'll warm up, and it'll be humid too with the rain. Since there's a lull in the rain, I don't know if I'm gonna get some more or not, but I'm gonna check the rain gauge, see how much I got. So far, lemongrass needs water to grow too, and it's getting it this year. And if it wasn't raining, I could water these. I can't water the pasture. Hey, cat. Are you gonna fertilize my plants? Okay. There's Mama. Yeah, I got to get some of these weeds out of here. They're taking over, and I can't spray these. It's too much lemongrass in the way. I'll have to hoe them or pull them. Yeah, pull them by hand or hoe them. I prefer to hoe them, but sometimes pulling them is the best way. Yeah, that means I get them out of the way. Okay, let's take a closer look at the cattle since I'm outside and it's not raining. I can just barely see them underneath the tree, the leaves. Yeah, they're eating something. All this rain's the area that I dished up, it's going to be sprouting new weeds. Yeah. Most of them I don't care about, but the Jimson weeds and the ironweeds are the only. Usually there aren't that many ironweeds in this area. It's the sticker weeds and the Jimson. And the Jimson weeds are the ones I want to get rid of more than anything. The ironweeds, I usually spray those. Yeah. There's where that thistle was. And when I was turning around with the disc, as I turned, I let this disc down over the top of that thistle. It knocked it down anyway. There's some other thistles in there too, but I gotta spray them one of these days. I got some other weeds to spray in the big pasture too, some ironweeds, and along the fences where the spray didn't work as good as I hoped it would. I just have to respray them and see if that takes care of them. Oh, cat, what? Oh, no, the kittens are coming. What? You miss me? Yeah. I think it's starting to rain again. I hear the drops on the tree leaves. Overcast. She jumped up there for something, then changed her mind. I don't know if she's been up that high. She's been in that tree. I've seen them in that tree, and I've seen them in the redbud tree too. At least they're comfortable Yeah, this weather's good for grass. Overflow from the cistern starts here. Goes out down the hill. That means my cistern's full. Overflows over there. There's a pipe going underneath the ground, a white pipe, solid. Comes out down there somewhere. Overflow. I like to watch cattle graze. Yeah. They eat the grass that we can't. I guess we could, but we don't. I don't think we can digest it good enough. And then we eat their meat. I guess you could call them a vegetarian beef. Vegetarian beef. So if I eat vegetarian beef, that makes me a vegetarian, right? But you guys look like you act like you're waiting for something. Yeah, I already fed you. I think they're wanting to hunt something. Yeah, that's something else I gotta put on my to-do list. I guess it already is. That's my old burning pile. There's a lot of pieces of metal in there and other debris. I need to probably scoop it onto that trailer sometime when I'm going to go out to the big pasture and dump it in where my junk pile is. The only thing I would probably sort out all the metal though and put it in a bag or something just to keep it contained. Yeah. Well, like I said, that's something to do some other day. Another thing to do on my to-do list, I want to rebuild my outhouse. It got burnt down one year, many years ago. I never did replace it. I got it from my cousin that lived down the road. Yeah. It's what do they call those things back in the 30s, during the Depression, I guess? The government hired people to build the concrete things. There's a form in there for a toilet to sit on. I'll just need a lid. And then the wooden thing. I think it's called WCA or W something. Workers something. I forget. I have to look that up. Yeah, WPA maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, there was a lot of them built. Give the men something to do and get paid for it from the government. I think it's WPA. I'll look it up. Yeah, and yeah, it was made out of wood. Had some wooden vents above the toilet seat, but if I rebuild it, when I rebuild it, I'm going to use the PVC pipes for the venting. Yeah, I'll still use wood for the outside structure. I'll probably use some kind of like a plywood or like what's on my house. That paneling, yeah, it's fur or something. Oh, there's a couple cats over there. Yeah. Something to make it easy. I still use 2x4s for the. And there's tabs down there in the bottom that you can screw the wood to anchor it. Yeah. It shouldn't be too hard. It's just going to cost money. That's all. And a little labor. I don't normally need it anymore, but that was the first thing built here. First thing that was built before that tree was planted. Yeah. Actually, that tree was planted. Then we had a dog tied up here somewhere, and the dog chewed down the. I think it was a German Shepherd. The dog chewed that tree down, but then it sprouted back from the root. So that was like the second growth. And then when the outhouse burned, it created that scar in there. Now that in the middle of the tree is rotting. Yeah, I never did address that. So someday this tree is going to fall. I think if it falls on the fence, it falls on the fence. I'll deal with it when it happens. Anyway, that's another project. Clear that out, move it out to the big pasture garbage dump, trash pile, I guess, and rebuild my outhouse someday. Well, you're sitting funny. What? How's your back leg? She was sitting so funny. Okay, I got to go back in, starting to sprinkle again. I don't know if the cattle have been in here yet. I opened this gate up yesterday evening, and it went up on the west side. But I don't know if they ever went in here, but they can if they want to. Give them a little bit of blood. I'm cooking meat. I got thawed some meat out, and I'm gonna cook it. I forget which kind of cut it is. It's just meat. Yeah, I'm doing it different. I'm not using a frying pan anymore. Meat's too tough when I use a frying pan. I'm just going to boil it for a long time till the meat falls apart. Yeah, it's easier to eat. Well, it's around 1 p.m. It's still cloudy. But the sun's trying to shine. I don't know exactly where it is. It's somewhere up there. It's too bright to look at. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and mow. I think most of the rain dried off. I got the gate open. Cattle can come in here. I got that gate closed. I'm gonna do the road first. I'll close the gate behind me so the cattle don't get out. Maybe I'll do this first since I'm here. Yeah, I'll mow this area first. I'll do that later. Okay, let's get going. There wasn't that much to mow, but I got it. Clean up a few weeds. I never did pick up. I just went around the pile of net wrap there that I pulled out of the grass the other day. Hey, Red. Join the party, huh? I'll put them wires back up. Okay, now I'm going to cut the other one over there. Okay, I'm going to cut this strip here. Side of the house and up front here. That looks better there, see? All cleaned up. A little better. This will look nice too once I get it mowed. I'll mow on this side of the fence first. I didn't mean this side of the fence. I meant inside there. Inside. This one's cut. It's starting to heat up today, even without the sun shining strong. I'm not going to put my mulberry leaves out today because it's too cloudy, chance for rain still. Anyway, I was going to cut this one next, but then they're in there eating, so I'll do this one last. I'm going to work on both sides of the road now in front of the house. It's so hot. Humid and hot. Sweat's already drenched with sweat. Hope they don't reach those pears. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna lose those. They're hanging down, the weight of them hanging them down too low. I never did prop them up with something. I still need to cut some of these branches off there and up there. Especially those two big ones and maybe that short one there. At least the two top ones for sure. And them two there, right there. It's hard to reach those over there. I'm going to refuel the lawnmower. Yeah, I'll let them clean up some of this first, since they're in here eating. Then I'll do the both sides of the road for the house first. Yeah, it's bearing down. Even through the clouds, I can feel the heat. No, oh, there's a bird. One of those heron birds. Yeah, there it goes. Looking for some water. It's a fish or frogs. Yeah, sun's shining now. It's hot too. Okay, I'm gonna get this done and then I'm gonna take a break inside the house where it's cool. I had a hard time down in that ditch. It's wet. I kept sliding around. But I got it done. A couple times there I didn't think I was gonna get out. Especially close to the fence down there by the culvert down there. Some of them weeds I couldn't get on the other side of the culvert because I just can't get in there with the lawnmower. I'll have to cut them out because the spray doesn't seem to work. Yeah, I'm going to put some gas in it and take to the other side of the house and then go in the house and cool off a little bit, take a break. But this part's done. I'll close this gate behind me. I parked my lawnmower. I gassed it up. Parked it over there. I'll cut this later. I'm gonna wait till they get done in here. I don't want to be working around the cattle. I had to do it down there with the tractor and disc, and I didn't like that, so I'll just leave it up there for now. I'll come back later and cut it. I don't know how hard it's going to be. I got to go up and down that hill. I can't go sideways. I'll slip and slide since it rained. I don't know how much I can cut in here either. This is pretty wet through here. Yeah, I can't get in there. It's real soft. Even when I walk, it's soft. The two bowls are on the south side of the house. Can't see them from here. I'm gonna go cool off. I'll be back later. It looks cleaner now. I gotta throw that net wrap, pile of net wrap and sod that's hooked into it. Oh, I gotta put this wire back up too. Oh, it looks better than it did. It's hot too, even in the shade. Oh, I gotta turn the fence on back there in the corner. Yeah, it looks more even now. Somebody's going in the water. I gotta be in the shade. Redbud shade. It's hot now, humid. It's the humidity that gets me. The heat I can take, I think, but the humidity. The two bowls are red and white bowls are in there under the water already. The other two are up on the other side of the house. Yeah, I got to do that little around the garden yet, but not while they're in there. I'll come back later, maybe when it's cooler. Later in the afternoon. These big weeds here, these thicker weeds, they were rough. They were tough to cut. But luckily the stems are soft, but they're thick though. But the lawnmower cut through them. I gotta go cool off. Changed my shirt too. I'm soaking. Feels like I just went swimming. Ah, there's one. That's it, girl. Get in the shade. I don't have that fence up. Oh, they're going to stop. She's going to get some drink water. She got the big tub there too, unless the other ones drank it. There's the other one. I'll wait till they're out of there. Then I'll probably close that gate while I'm mowing, so they don't come back in. But once they go under their shade, they're there for a while. Yeah, they're there for a while. Yeah, it looks a lot better. A lot easier to walk through here now. I got to cut those fat. Or just leave them. They don't hurt nothing. Let's go back in the house. Cool off. I don't really see no pears on there anymore. I think most of them fell off, the ones that were on there. Yeah, I kind of stunted it when I trimmed them this winter. But there's new growth, so hopefully they'll have better pears next year. Oh boy, just too hot. Wasn't so bad this morning, but it was raining this morning. Now the sun came out and it's heating up. Well, they said it was a heat advisory today. I guess all this week. What is today? Saturday? Saturday, yeah. Next week there's a heat advisory. Because it's going to be in the 90s. Whoops. Yeah. We'll change shirts, cool off, and I'll probably get something to eat too. Eat and drink. The beef been cooking for about 3 hours on low heat. Boy, it's steamed up. It's still pot's still hot. I'll try not to get Ricker over it. Yeah, I'm going to cook it some more. It's not done yet. Well, it's after 6 p.m. now. Cooled off a little bit. Still cloudy. Sun's good, but the sun still comes out through the shadow. Sun still gets bright. I'm going to be mowing this here. Not down there though. I'm going to try to mow some of this in here. But it's pretty soft. I don't know if I'll get to it. I'll try. I'm going to mow this, clean this up a little bit. I got to clean up those weeds in that mess there. There's a bunch of chicken wire in there. There's the sun. It's around 6:20 p.m. right now. I mowed that earlier today. The bull's over there on the side of the pond. That one's here. But I'm going to clean this up. I'm not all the way around in there too. Okay. Let's get it going. Sun's getting hot. But it's not so hot anymore. It's about, right now it's about 85 degrees. So let's make this happen. This will be the last place I mow for a while. Yeah. Well, it's after 6 p.m. now. Cooled off a little bit. Still cloudy. Sun's good, but the sun still comes out. See the shadow? Sun still gets bright. I'm going to be mowing this here. Not down there though. I'm going to try to mow some of this in here. But it's pretty soft. I don't know if I'll get to it. I'll try. I'm going to mow this, clean this up a little bit. I got to clean up those weeds in that mess there. There's a bunch of chicken wire in there. There's the sun. It's around 6:20 p.m. right now. I mowed that earlier today. The bull's over there on the side of the pond. That one's here. But I'm going to clean this up. I'm not all the way around in there too. Okay. Let's get it going. Sun's getting hot. But it's not so hot anymore. It's about, right now it's about 85 degrees. So let's make this happen. This will be the last place I mow for a while. Yeah. It's almost 7 o'clock, so it took me about 35 or 40 minutes to finish this. That was already done. I did this. It wasn't easy. Hard part, I couldn't get all the weeds up there on that little slope. I didn't want to flip my mower over. There's some ironweeds there. That's about all there's there, and I'll have to cut them with a cutting tool. But everything else is cut. Yeah. Yeah, looks better. Looks better. It's not quite as hot as it was earlier today. I was able to cut that to most of it. There. Sun was making a glare. Okay, it's all trimmed up. Clouds are thinned out, but there's still a few clouds. But it's a lot cooler than it was before. Still sweating though. Humidity's still high. Okay. Okay. Well, that's it for the mowing today. Shadow's still getting longer. I got a mess to clean up here. Someday. Yeah, I cleaned up a little bit here around these trees. Wasn't as soft as I thought. I couldn't get back in there though. As long as those weeds there don't get too big, I'll just leave them alone. Let the cattle eat them. But if they get too tall, I'll have to spray them. Otherwise, because the tall weeds will slow down the flow of the water. So I can't let that happen. Anyway, that's all cut. I'll just park the lawnmower now till I need it again. I'll come back later and check the sunset around 8. It's got another hour before the sunset, so I'll take a look at it later. Too tired. Gotta go back, even though there's a nice cool, well, there's really not a breeze. But there is a little breeze. You can see a few leaves moving there, see? Just a few. Yeah, over there. Yeah. Just enough to cool me off a little bit. But anyway, that's all for now. I'll try to catch a sunset before it goes down, even if there's clouds. All right, catch you later. Well, it's just a few minutes before 8 p.m. Sun is behind a cloud though. Yeah, I need to clean that off. I need to hose it down, get some of that dirt off. Yeah. Before I had it lifted up in the air. I didn't want to take the strain off of it, so I set it on boards this time. Yeah, I got the disc blades sitting on boards. Yeah, sun's going down over there someplace. Somewhere in there. I think. Just the way the light's hitting that cloud right there, that little gap there. Well, that's the end of my day. I did something today. Got some grass cut along the road in here, along the side of the house, front there, inside of the house, and from there, from that all the way up to the barn. And then I just got finished with the pasture around the garden in the back of the house. So basically I just cut the grass and weeds around the house today and along the front, along the road. Yeah. I'm going to go take a look at the driveway again. Let me check this out first. Yeah, I'll have to cut those weeds by hand. And these weeds here along the road along the bank here, the hill here, because I need to cut all these by hand with something. I mean, I cut it along the road, but I can't get on this hill. I tried spraying them, but these things are immune to the spray. I got this clean. I still got to clean up that pile of net wrap that I pulled out from there. It's got a bunch of sod tangled in with it. And that thing there, that's an old grape. I used to have some grapes right here, there and there, but I got rid of them. They weren't making any grapes hardly. And yeah, I mowed all these clumps of weeds and stuff. I cleaned them up. There's the old disc. I broke it last time I used it. Previously, I replaced that broken blade there and another one just like it on the other side. But I replaced it with a notched blade because that's all I could find with that size. And then I wound up breaking another blade. I think it was broken when I was discing the back behind the house. Yeah, I must have hit something there. Yeah. Probably laying there someplace. I may have to go walk down there and look for it. And I mowed all this here. There were some big weeds there, sticker weeds in here. I mowed them. And look at that. I got a moon. Probably can't see it, but I can see it with my eyes. It's right about, there it is. You can barely see it. I don't know if there's a cloud around it or it's not very bright. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it looks better when it's mowed. And it'll grow back now. The cattle will still be able to eat it. Yeah. I'll leave them in here for a few more days if they want to come here to eat something. There's not much to eat anymore. So once I close that gate, this will grow up faster. I could close the gate over there and leave all this idle for a few days, for a couple of weeks, but they like to come here to soak in the water underneath the tree to cool off. So I better make sure they have access to that pond so they can cool off. Anyway, that's what I did today. Caught up on my mowing. Yeah, all right. Let's go check out the road where I mowed. Well, I'm sure the sun's down by now. It's behind the clouds, so I can't tell for sure. That's what I mowed today. I did 3 rounds here. I think I have three or so over there too. I guess the moon's, oh, there it is. I just move over a little bit. Yeah. The moon's right there. I think it's in its last quarter, maybe? Something like that. Yeah. I blew all the grass. Some people, when they mow it onto the road. I don't like doing that. I mowed it up the hill as much as I could. Some grass wound up on the road, like down there, because I have to turn around. Yeah, I can see my fence. Oh, I can see the fence at the very end, near the creek, way down there. I can see the area where I mowed too. It's sort of a yellowish light color. And if I walk out here, I can see the road going up the hill. Yeah. Clean it up a little bit. Like I said, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna cut that. Either I use a machete or I got the side cutters. I could use the side cutter. It cuts from both sides, but, just swing it back and forth. I've used that. I've had that for years. It's a lot of work for my arms, and hanging on to it with my hands. So anyway, I need to cut these. But something. I've been thinking. I got an old hedge trimmer, electric. Oh no, it's battery powered. It's battery. Yeah, electric battery powered. I used to have a rows of sarin along the road here. That's before I had fences. I had the other fence over there where the gate is, on both sides of the gate. From down here, along this side here, and up along there, side of the house. But it was too hard to keep track of, and after my wife passed away, I didn't want to mess with them anymore. She liked them, because they had different colors of flowers, pink, white, even a bluish color. Yeah, different. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have them anymore, so I don't need the trimmer. But I can use it. But some of these stems are a little bit too big. I think that trimmer is only designed for leaves. the tops of branches. Yeah. Yeah, they used to have some big trees in here. A few years ago, I cut them down because I couldn't see to come out. When I was in my drive, pulling out, I couldn't see down here. I couldn't see the road. So I cut it was like 2 or 3 big trees. I could see the stumps. Yeah, so I took care of them. Cleaned it all up. Yeah. Oh, there's the honeysuckle. Yeah. Used to have a lot of honeysuckle on this hill anyway. But over the years, as I was spraying it for the other weeds, it killed the honeysuckle too. I think that was the last of the honeysuckle right there. Oh man, hurt my back. Couldn't hold it. Well, guess I'm going to go in. Bugs are starting to eat me. I already checked the mail. Good. Just some junk. They're always trying to sell me insurance. I'm still getting letters, stuff from my wife. She's gone 6 years and they're still mailing stuff. Yeah, there's a stump. I think there's another stump up there. A couple more over there. One over there. Yeah, I had like one. I don't know about that. I think there's some down there too. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 4. And here's 5. There's probably some more in there. I just can't see them very good. But I guess that'll be my next project to clean this up. Either with a hand tool or with the battery-powered hedge trimmer. But some of these branches are pretty thick. I don't know if it's going to cut them, but I can try. Okay. Yeah, there's no wind right now, but it's not too hot either. It's sticky though. It's sticky. Okay. I'm going to call it a day and be done. There's always tomorrow. I can barely see the moon. I can see it with my eyes real good, but it's somewhere around there. Just I can't seem to see it very good with the camera, phone camera. Look what I found in my driveway, right where I'm standing. A feather. I don't know what kind of feather it is. I think it's from a big bird. Yeah. Weird. Could be from a turkey, a hawk. I'm not sure. What kind of bird produced this feather? It's awful fluffy. I don't have chickens, so it ain't a chicken. I don't know. Well, that's all for today then.